What's up, everyone? So these dreams take place like 10 years ago, and back in June. This one says June 24th. So I'm a little 10 years late on that. 10 years in a month. But anyways, let's start off with the first dream. So the first dream was a full single long dream. It started off in a hotel that I was sharing with a friend and his girlfriend, and they ended up bringing another friend with them. And the only reason why they did that is bringing other friends so that I'm not on the trip alone with them. But in real life, dude, I don't think I'd ever third wheel, dude. I think that's gay and shit. But anyways, besides all that, dude, so like they brought another friend with them, and that friend said that she's only staying for a day though. So I'm yeah. So and then I'm set. It's right here in the dream. It says they didn't want me to be the only one that came alone on the trip. Tell that the girl and I can tell that the girl and I had nothing in common. She was a girl with blonde hair and had glasses. I remember the night in the hotel. A couple of friends were there too, and one was one friend from a long time ago. And I remember saying something funny, and I laughed. I remember I said something funny to another friend, and I laughed, and the girl got embarrassed her because I don't know, somehow embarrassed her because like I have a terrible personality. So what did it say? Say I laughed, and the girl, I embarrassed her, and my topic changed to depression. So I guess it went from funny to depression like real quick, like an AI just. But anyways. And then it changed the next day, and we appeared at a beach. Now I would then, I hate the beach. Yeah, I do hate the beach. I hate sand. But while I was on shore listening to the radio, I saw a familiar face. It was far away, so I decided to use my phone to zoom in and see who it was by the time. Yeah, so I used my phone camera to see if I can recognize this familiar face. So I zoom in, and I said with my phone, like a creep. Let's see, but I was like 16 or 15 around this time. I was 15, I think. Yeah, June 24th, 15. Away, so I decided to use my phone to zoom in and see who was by the time I set it to zoom. The face disappeared. The face disappeared as soon as I zoomed in. But I'll tell you who it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be an ex, even though technically I never really had any exes, never really had chicks. So to have an ex is kind of weird in a dream for me. But it says, then later on it changed to us being at a place that was kind of a bar, and my friend was talking about something. Then he said, look, I turned around and I saw people walking into the bar. It was my ex and three other guys, and I can tell one of them was her boyfriend, and I was super jealous. He had what I wanted besides her body that is in shape. Damn right, dude. I was like skinny as fuck now. Now I'm fat as fuck, dude. I could never get in shape, dude, because I don't know, it's really hard to eat healthy, and exercising sucks, dude. But anyways, besides all that, let's see. I can tell one was a friend, and I was jealous. He had what I wanted besides body was in shape, but all of a sudden I became pissed, and later on it changed, and my friend and his girlfriend left me alone, and all of a sudden my ex appeared in front of me. Shit first said that we need to talk, but right after she said that, I did shove her, and I said to her, didn't I tell you to never come back, you fucking bitch? So we're having an argument in this dream. And she said, I said, did I tell you not to come back, you fucking bitch? And then she says, I know, bud. And I said, I hate you so fucking much, I would pay anybody to rip your goddamn head off clean and throw you in a fucking fire. And then she said, I know that's how you feel. And then she said random things I do not remember, but I knew she wanted to say something to me. This is very important. The last words I remember her saying was, always be straight. Always be straight. Then she disappeared, and I had no idea what she meant by that. So I took it as a way of thinking just be with a bunch of chicks. But I wanted to piss her off. So first I did was I found some other friends and asked them if they can help me find weed. to get high, and then they helped me find chicks. We got high, found chicks, and I made out with a few hot chicks. And the end, really good, confusing dream. And yeah, and the weirdest part was that the morning after my birthday, I made out with this hot chick. And isn't that ironic? Nah, honestly, I never made out with a hot chick. I don't know why I said that in that dream, but yeah, it kind of sucks, dude, because no hot chicks. But hey, at least in my dreams, I'm getting some hot chicks. But that was like 10 years ago. I don't remember any of my dreams, like recent dreams. I don't remember a single one. So yeah, but let's get on to the next dreams. So let's see. Stream, I had no idea what I meant by that, so I tell you, man, I want. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this dream was I was in San Antonio and something happened and people are trying to get supplies, and we're stuck on the freeway and people started to get injured and shot, and I was in my cousin's car and we had to get protection, so we took off. So we took off in the car, and we took off, and my grandmother was in the hospital at that time in the dream. We had to get out of town because like there's like some apocalypse happening downtown of San Antonio, and my cousin's car stops working all of a sudden, so we had to get out, and we ended up at a restaurant because someone was hiding there, which is a guy that my cousin knew, and it turned out she liked him, and so we stay there, and we are in there and I used the bathroom in there, and then the dream ended and was longer than it sounded. Trust me, it was scary. So this dream was a lot longer. I don't remember it when I was writing it down. I don't remember it now. There's no way we're gonna ever find out what else happened. But apocalypse happened in San Antonio. My grandmother's in the hospital, so we ditched my grandmother, and me and my cousin, we go to this gas station, which she knows a guy that works there, so we pretty much barricade ourselves in there, and that's pretty much it. And it was like scary. I don't really remember what happened after that dream, but apparently that's the end of that dream. The second dream was me going back to school, but instead of high school, I was going to college, and guess what? I went back with an awesome haircut of G-Eazy and new long sleeve clothes and a leather jacket. I can tell that people noticed me, and I saw a lot of beautiful, sexy women looking at me and were giving me the Grinch hot attractive smile into me smile, you know, that Grinch smile where your smile is real big. Yeah, dude, like that's how big their smiles were looking at me. That's how I knew I was hot shit. Giving me the hot smile. I also made a really cool new friend named Nick, and 2 weeks in the semester I decided to try and get a day with a random girl by dressing up in a Halloween costume as Ted the teddy bear from Seth MacFarlane's. And the only reason why I chose to be the teddy bear is so they know I am not just looking for love, but also sex and someone who loves to laugh. And it was weird because guess what? I found someone, and who that someone was Hayley Williams, the lead singer of Paramore. Gosh, she was hot. Still is hot. Not gonna lie about that. And she accepted my request in this dream, which is even doper, cause she's into me as the teddy bear, which is pretty dope. Take her out, and at the end, I got a kiss, went back to my room, and it was over. And that's the end of that dream. So, shoot, I just dropped some things. But anyways, besides all that, I just wanted to say, I think that would be funny. I don't remember what happens after the dreams, but I think it would be funny if it turns out that I'm dressed as a teddy bear, and the only reason why Hayley Williams likes me is because I'm a teddy bear. You know, because I'm dressed as the teddy bear. It's like the Blue Mountain State episode where Sammy has to dress as the goats shag chicks, dude. It's like we don't want you, but we want the bear, or we want the goat. It's like, fuck, dude. I mean, I'd still take the offer too, but still, dude. I mean, I don't know, but that's the end of those dreams. Hope you enjoy. Until next time, have a good one. Stay safe. Drink your water. Peace.